It was one of those mornings where the sun is up, but the air still feels heavy, like it's holding its breath. And there I was in the kitchen sipping my lukewarm coffee while my 8-year-old Ethan was sprawled on the living room rug with his Legos completely lost in his little world. Then came the knock, 3 sharp, deliberate raps on the front door. Bang, bang, bang. Ethan froze and looked up, eyes wide. "Dad, there's police outside." I blinked, heart skipping. Police at 8 in the morning. On a random Tuesday, I crept to the peephole and immediately felt that familiar sinking twist in my gut, the kind that tells you something is off. 2 men stood there, navy blue uniforms with shiny patches that read HOA enforcement, mirrored sunglasses even though it was overcast, and vests that looked like something bought off a Halloween rack. My stomach dropped. HOA enforcement, cops, there's no such thing. I opened the door a crack, keeping my voice steady but firm. "Can I help you?" The taller one spoke calm, but with that chill that doesn't belong to regular folks. "We received a complaint about a child causing property damage. We need to speak with your son." Ethan recoiled behind me. Property damage from an 8-year-old. My brain raced. The shorter guy shifted fingers, brushing against what looked like a zip tie on his belt. "Sir, we can do this the easy way or the hard way," he hissed. And just like that, my blood ran cold. I slammed the door, my fingers trembling on the edge, and called my dad because at that moment I didn't know if these guys were joking criminal or completely insane. My dad, Commander Jack Reynolds, wasn't just retired Navy SEAL material. He was the kind of man whose presence alone makes you reconsider every move you've made in your life. I explained in bursts, hard hammering, and his voice dropped low. "Lock the door. Don't open it for anyone. I'll be there in 5. The pounding on the door intensified, heavy boots stomping across the porch like they were auditioning for some dark version of a marching band. Ethan whimpered. I pulled him close, whispering reassurances I didn't entirely feel, counting the seconds, until my dad's truck tires crunched across the gravel. He stepped out, sunglasses on, calm as a stone river in winter, and said just 6 words that froze the imposters mid-step. "Step away before I make you regret it." There was no shouting, no theatrics, just that calm authority, the kind that shifts the air itself. The 2 men stiffened, glancing at each other like they'd just realized the joke was over. One stammered something about HOA regulations, the other fidgeted with his vest. My dad didn't need to raise his voice. His body said it all. A slow step forward, a scanning glance over their fake patches and vinyl IDs, a slight shake of his head. "You boys aren't officers. You're amateurs." The taller one reached for a zip tie again. That was the last mistake he made. With a motion too quick to follow, my dad snapped the badge in half and twisted the man's wrist, sending him to his knees. "You don't point anything at my family," he growled. The shorter one backed up, muttering about a woman on the board in some rule violation. "Linda Mallory," he said, and my stomach sank. Linda, the HOA president, the sweet-seeming neighbor who lived 2 streets down, the one who filed complaints about scooters and barking dogs as if it were her personal duty, was behind this. We'd barely processed the revelation when a black SUV idled at the end of the street, engine humming, tinted windows reflecting the morning light. My dad's expression shifted in a heartbeat from calm to calculating. "They're not done," he muttered. Eyes narrowing, behind him Ethan clung to my side, oblivious to the surveillance we had just uncovered. Hidden cameras, spy lenses tucked into mailbox posts tracking us for weeks. My dad ripped the camera from the post, pocketing it with that quiet finality of a man who's dealt with worse. "Get Tyler ready," he said, and we knew it was time to confront Linda directly. Her house looked perfect, like a stage set with polished hedges and manicured flowers, but the control freak aura radiated it off her like a spotlight. My dad parked across the street, motioning for us to stay put. "If she's behind this, she's dangerous," he said, and without waiting for argument, he was walking up the driveway, steady, silent, lethal. Doorbell pressed once, twice. Finally, a crack of a door revealed her pastel sweater, her fake smile. "Commander Reynolds, I wasn't expecting." He cut her off with a look that could peel paint. 2 men impersonating HOA officers just tried to abduct my grandson. They said you sent them. For a second, her composure faltered just enough. "That's ridiculous," she spat too quickly. My dad's stare didn't waver. "Then you won't mind if I check your security system?" he said, stepping past her. Room to room, he moved with the precision of a man who had spent decades reading danger. Until in her office, he found at the laptop streaming live feeds of our street, our house, even our backyard. She tried to backpedal, fumbling words. It's just community safety monitoring. My dad slammed it shut. You've been spying on families, mine included. And you sent men after my grandson. That's a line you don't cross. Her phone buzzed Director P. She said he was funding the operation. Orders to handle resistance quietly. My dad's expression darkened. This wasn't HOA drama. This was organized, methodical, and very dangerous. Before we could even react, a black SUV's headlights cut through the blinds again, and 3 men in tactical gear surrounded the house. One had a crowbar, another a taser, the third spoke into an earpiece. And then combat instinct took over. My dad moved like a shadow. He twisted the crowbar from one, drove a knee into the ribs of another, and disarmed the last with a vase, twisting the gun aside before anyone could blink. His old SEAL training made the difference between life and death, and for a moment I could hardly breathe watching it. Sirens wailed again, real this time, and police swarmed. Intruders cuffed Linda, arrested the laptop, handed over to authorities with instructions to send it to the feds. Tyler tugged my dad's sleeve. Grandpa, are they gone? He smiled faintly, eyes softening just a little. For now, kid, if anyone else comes, they'll leave the same way. The neighborhood changed that day. HOA disbanded, cameras torn down, and the story of a Navy SEAL grandfather protecting his grandson spread faster than any rumor ever could. But as calm returned, a sliver of unease remained because we knew someone bigger was still out there watching. What would you do if fake cops showed up at your door? Would you fight, negotiate, or freeze in fear? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how far you'd go for family, and don't forget to hit like if you think Grandpa Reynolds just redefined what it means to be a hero.